Getting a look at Caden Craver's right side. Just got full bumper on that 21 junior. He's able to keep her rolling, though. And Travis Shoemate able to do the same in the 4C. So complete restart minus Ben Nichols. Braxton Tinker now on the front row alongside of Taylor Falkenhagen. Cale Tinker and Caden Craver, then Travis Shoemate and Robert Petrov. So the lights go out. We'll try this again. 6 cars going 8 laps. Tinker and Falkenhagen from the front row. J.D. Olson looking them over. Green flag. Great start for Caden Craver. Craver goes 4th to 2nd. Now Tinker is spinning out in front of the field. Tinker's able to keep it going, though. Braxton Tinker rolls on. Caden Craver went from 4th to 1st through 1 and 2. And he takes off with the lead in the 21 junior. Cale Tinker into the 2nd spot. Robert Petrov on a dusty track is up and into 3rd. Taylor Falkenhagen back to 4th. Shoemate down to the inside, trying to pass the 3 car off of turn number 4. Give it to Shoemate in the 4C. Falkenhagen back to 5th, and then Braxton Tinker able to keep her rolling, but he's got a long distance to make up. Caden Craver, a bit of a misstep through 3 and 4, and the battle for the lead is on. Into 1 and 2, the white 814, and Cale Tinker to the inside of the black and white 21 junior. Craver able to maintain the top spot off of turn number 2. Tinker sizing him up, going to try and dip it down low, coming off of turn number 4 side by side. Craver able to maintain the top spot. 1/10 of a second separating the top 2. Tinker doing a diamond maneuver through 1 and 2. That time he didn't get a very good run off of turn number 2. That move appears to be working better off of turn number 4 as he does it again. Robert Petrov starting to lurk here in the 11 star. 5 laps complete, 3 laps to go. Tinker staying with Craver this time off of turn number 2. Tinker right through the slick stuff in the middle of the racetrack. Little squirrely off of turn number 4, and Craver's able to put some distance. Now a half a second between the top 2. Petrov starting to close up as well. So we've got Craver, Tinker, Petrov, Shoemate, Falkenhagen, and Tinker. The running order right now. White flag is out on heat race number 1, presented by JR1 Motorsports. Down the back, shooting into turn number 3. Dented right side and all. Caden Craver wins heat race at number 1. Cale Tinker, Robert Petrov, Travis Shoemate, Taylor Falkenhagen, and Braxton Tinker. Captain Skinny Pants, Caden Craver wins it. Langless, Montana Canvas, Blackmore Electric, Rock Bar Ranch, First Choice Storage, car number 21 junior, Caden Craver. Winning heat race number 1. Heat race number 2 set to roll on the racetrack. JR1 Motorsports heat race number 2. set to line up like this. Car number 98, Patrick Flippin' Harvey from the pole. On the outside of the front row in car number 22, that is Alex Potter. Casey Durand and Brian Johnson in row number 2. And in row number 3, Patches Be Fast, Patrick Lemire and Troy Wenninger. 6 cars, 8 laps. Just a general PSA here. We need you to stay off of the front straightaway fence as cars are rolling on the racetrack. And we thank you for your cooperation. And if you do need to smoke or vape, please go down to the turn 4 end behind the Hoosier banner down there, the Hoosier flags. You see them? KJ Flooring at Pace Truck. Out there on the racetrack as the field starts to take shape. Be sure and hit up the 406 Vaulting Club. Get in on that 50-50 action. Last night's winner walked away with the grand. Little boy down on the front straightaway fence. Need you to find a seat. Thank you. Little boy in the red. Need you to find a seat. As the lights go out. JR1 Motorsports Heat Race number 2. Field bunches up off of turn number 4. Green flags in the air. Harvey into 1 and 2, trying to close the door. He does so. Here comes Brian Johnson to the inside of the 22 of Potter into turn number 3. Give Johnson the second spot off of turn number 4. Wenninger trying to make moves and not fake moves as he comes forward. Trouble for the 22J. Potter's able to keep her rolling. Got pretty squirrely there. Wenninger keeping his elbows up and moving forward in car number 20. Cut his starting position in half already. 6 to 3rd for the 20. Patrick Flippin' Harvey out in front in car number 98. Brian Johnson in second. Wenninger in third. A little bit of a push on the rear end from the 43 car that time through 1 and 2. Casey Durand still able to hold that 4th spot. Then it's Potter and Lemire. Everybody up around the top of the racetrack. Very thin cushion up there right now. Harvey dips her through the middle as we are at halfway. 4 up, 4 down, 4 to go, and a 1.5 second lead for car number 98. Johnson, Wenninger, Durand, Potter, and Lemire. Harvey all by his lonesome out in front. Lead at 1.7 seconds now for car number 98. 2 to go. Johnson in the 56. That car throwing off vibes of the Mystery Machine. Wenninger in car number 20. Big mover in this heat race as the white flag comes out. Harvey through 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway and into turn number 3. JR1 Motorsports Heat Race number 2 for the Wissota Street Stocks at Electric City Speedway goes to Patrick Flippin' Harvey. Brian Johnson second. Troy Wenninger in third. Casey Durand in fourth. Alex Potter in fifth. And Patrick Lemire in the 85 in sixth. Patrick Flippin' Harvey winning heat race number 2. Carl's Auto Care and Towing, Habe Green Rental, Falls Casino, The Other Place, The Mandarins, and Big Sky Striping. All backing Patrick Flippin' Harvey in the 98. How many sprint car fans we got in the house tonight? Make some noise for us. You see them out there taking shape. The IMCA Race Saver Sprint Cars. DWK Construction. Whether you're building residential or commercial, DWK Construction has a concrete excavation and remodel answers you need. Call 406-231-5007 or visit their office at 135 29A Avenue Northeast to see what 30 years of experience can do for you. DWK Construction heat race number 1 is going to line up like this. In car number 71K, Cody Coughlan on the front row. Alongside of T-Mac, Tim McCune, Cliff Nelson Jr., and Matthew Dussault making a trip from north of the border to come down here and race with us here this evening. Row number 3, Rich Bailey and Josh Broadbent, last night's feature winner here at Electric City Speedway. Car number 511 right there on the front straightaway. And starting all by his lonesome in row number 4, car number 37, Trevor Kirkland. Hey, if I see some good dancing out there in the crowd, I just might throw out some candy here later on. All right, so heat race at number 1 enters turn 1 and 2. Matthew Dussault not making the call. If you were paying attention earlier, we talked about the wings being up and back, and if you look at the 8-car T-Mac Tim McCune, his wing is up and back for the dry, slick racing conditions we're going to have here in this heat race as we're rolling through turns 3 and 4. Green flags in the air. Coughlan through 1 and 2 takes the top spot down the back straightaway and into turn number 3. Tim McCune now down to the inside through 3 and 4. McCune puts the nose out in front in car number 8. He takes the lead. Trevor Kirkland in car number 37 already working his way forward. Picked up a spot with the scratch and moves into the 3rd spot around Broadbent. As Coughlan back down to the inside of Tim McCune off of turn number 4. By a nose, it's Cody Coughlan, 13 1/1000ths of a second. McCune comes back on the top of turns 1 and 2, side-by-side race in black and yellow 71, green and white and black number 8 off of turn number 4. Coughlan's going to maintain the top spot. Into 1 and 2, McCune battles back on the top of the racetrack, keeping that right rear right through the slick. Into turn number 3, McCune noses ahead. Trevor Kirkland and Josh Broadbent going at it for 3rd right behind them. Coughlan sticking around on the inside in the 71. This time McCune gets through 1 and 2 really well. Rich Bailey has her wound up on the top of the racetrack, trying to throw his name in the hat for the battle for third. Off of turn number 4. 3 and 4, a lot longer way around on the top of the racetrack than 1 and 2 as Cody Kuglin gets a great drive off of turn number 2. Keeping pace with McCune off of turn number 4. Side by side at the line. Give it to McCune. 2 to go. Trevor Kirkland maintains the third spot in the 37. Broadbent down on the inside. Rich Bailey way up on the top. As off of turn number 4, Tim McCune takes the white flag. Through 1 and 2, down the back, straight away, and into turn number 3. If Kuglin wants it, he's going to have to get it now. But off of turn number 4, Tim McCune wins heat race number 1 for the DWK Construction Race Saver Sprint Cars. Kuglin in second, Trevor Kirkland in third. Rich Bailey was able to get to fourth. Josh Broadbent and the 82 of Cliff Nelson Jr. But how about it, ladies and gentlemen? A hard-fought victory for T-Mac, Tim McCune, here in heat race number 1. Nelson Architects, Force Enterprises, Auto Trim Designs, car number 8. Tim McCune winning DWK Construction heat race number 1. KJ Flooring Pace Truck out there on the racetrack as the cars push off for the start of heat race number 2, presented by DWK Construction. On the pole in car number 6C out of Great Falls, it is Cruz Riggin. On the outside out of Ulm in car number 32, it is John Nelson. On the inside of row number 2 in the 07T from Great Falls, it is Greg Tackey. Greg Tackey in the 07. On the outside of row number 2 from Great Falls as well, in the 24M, Ian Myers. On the inside of row number 3, visiting us from north of the border here tonight from Androgen, Alberta, in car number 7, Declan Fleming. And on the outside of row number 3 in the 00 out of Denton, Texas, Christian Kinnison. And bringing up the rear, the points leader for the Race Savers here at Electric City Speedway here in 2026. From Androgen, Alberta, car number 17, Paxton Fleming. One to go signal given to the drivers. DWK Construction heat race number 2. Cruz Riggin and John Nelson on the front row as the KJ Flooring Pace Truck exits stage left. Riggin, Nelson, Tacky, Myers, Fleming, Kinnison, and Fleming. They roll off a turn number 4. Green flags in the air. Boy, Cruz Riggin slammed that door on Nelson through 1 and 2 as the yellow flag comes out. Cruz Riggin being put back a row. Getting on it a little early. Greg Tacky on the pole. Now alongside of John Nelson. Riggin and Myers. Fleming, Kinnison, and Fleming. Green is out. Tacky takes the lead through 1 and 2. Cruz Riggin battling through to the inside. Ian Myers crosses him over down the back straightaway. Declan Fleming looking for some racing room. As off of turn number 4, Greg Tacky leads the opening lap. Nelson holding his own in second. Ian Myers up to third. Cruz Riggin battling back on Declan Fleming off of turn number 2. Declan Fleming moving forward in the 7 as he goes to the inside of Ian Myers. Cruz Riggin up and into the wall through 3 and 4. He's able to keep it rolling though. Through 1 and 2, Ian Myers getting her wound up on the top of the racetrack as he goes to the outside. Now crosses over to the inside of Nelson through 3 and 4. Give P2 to the 24. Nelson now under attack from Declan Fleming. Christian Kinnison moving forward as well in the double odd into turn number 3. 3 cars racing for second. Myers, Fleming, and Kinnison. Myers has it for now. Here comes Fleming and Kinnison. Fleming throws the slider through 1 and 2. Can't make the pass. Kinnison holds the 4th spot now in the 0-0. Off of turn number 4, Myers starting to close up on Greg Tacky. Tacky putt-putting and catfishing around down on the bottom of the racetrack. Now misses the bottom through 1 and 2. Here comes Ian Myers off of turn number 2. Myers holding that right rear right up on the cushion as they come off of turn number 4. 2 laps to go here in heat race number 2. Myers up on top. Has the freight train run off of turn number 2, side by side down the back, shooting into turn number 3. Greg Tacky trying to battle back on the inside, little squirrely move through 3 and 4. Greg Tacky able to get a great drive off of 4 and hold the lead. Into 1 and 2, Declan Fleming trying to make it happen. White flag is out. Myers is going to have to make it happen now. Into turn number 3. Off of turn number 4, Greg Tacky's going to hang on. Ian Myers in second. Declan Fleming, Christian Kinnison, Nelson, Paxton Fleming, and Cruz Riggin. How about it, ladies and gentlemen? Both of the Nelson Architects cars winning their heat races. Greg Tacky making it happen in the 7T. Nelson Architects, Force Enterprises Auto Trim Design for the 2023 Electric City Speedway Track Champion, Greg Tacky. Alliance for Youth IMCA Modifieds rolling out onto the racing surface. Alliance for Youth advances strategies to encourage the healthy development of youth. AFY is a responsible steward of public and private funding and invests in evidence-based strategies that improve risk and protective factors in Cascade County, in the Cascade. For more information or to make a tax-deductible donation, visit www.allianceforyouth.org today. All right, where are my modified fans at? Give us a yee and a shout. So Dana Lerum and Travis Shoemate on the front row here in Alliance for Youth Heat Race number 1. Bell and Hannah, Lemire, LaRock, and Corey Craver. Green flag in the air. Ragged start there. Lerum and Shoemate on the front row. So Dana Lerum and Travis Shoemate from the front row is how it's supposed to start, or how it started before that initial green. We're trying again this time off of turn number 4. Much better start this time through 1 and 2. Travis Shoemate takes the top spot. Colby Hanna with a freight train run to the outside of Lerum off of turn number 2. Colby Hanna on the move in the 28H. Now he dips her down low through 3 and 4. Coming off of turn number 4, the 28H has the nose out in front by the hair on his chinny chin chin. He takes it by 6/1000ths of a second. Shoemate battles back through 1 and 2 and takes the top spot. Hanna into turn number 3. Now Shoemate dips it down low. Shoemate a little bit of a push off of 4, but Hanna unable to do anything as we've got them 3 and 4 wide. Lerum, Lemire, and LaRock. Craver there as well. Shoemate settles into the top spot. Now a 0.2 of a second lead. Opens it up off of turn number 4. Then it's Hanna. Bell, Dean Bell with a push through 1 and 2. Here comes Braden Lemire. Lemire to the inside, battle for second into turn number 3, the pink and black 85 and the 58 off of turn number 4. Bell keeps it this time. Shoemate, his lead not really stretching it over Colby Hanna. 0.2 of a second is the split still. Dana Lerum high, wide, and handsome through 3 and 4. He's able to hold on to it, and we stay green. Half a second now the lead for Travis Shoemate as we're 5 in. Now 6 down off of turn number 4. Travis Shoemate completes another one. Braden Lemire closing up on Dean Bell into 1 and 2. Braden Lemire in the pink and black 85 to the inside of the 58 through 1 and 2. Bell able to motor back around him. Corey Craver now trying to get it wound up on the top of the racetrack in the green and black 21 coming off the turn number 4. Bell and Lemire locked in a tight battle for that third spot as Hanna tries to close back in. He's cut the lead back to 0.3 of a second. So we're going 10 laps in this heat as through 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway, Hanna trying to keep pace with Shoemate. Craver threw a bonsai move through 1 and 2. It did not work. White flag out for Travis Shoemate. Through 1 and 2, Shoemate pushes. Here comes Colby Hanna. Hanna with an opening down the back straightaway and into turn number 3. Side by side through 3 and 4, the 28H and the 4C. Travis Shoemate's going to hang on. He survives the scare. Colby Hanna in the second spot for third. Give it to Braden Lemire. Lemire holds on to it over Dean Bell. But how about it, ladies and gentlemen? Travis Shoemate wins heat race number 1 in Alliance for Youth Modified Action. 406 Flooring, Barn Auctions, Pit Stop Tavern, Carpet Garage, Auto Works Repair, and more. All back in the 4C. Heat race number 2 set to line up like this. On the pole out of Sun River in the 05, Little Leach, Tyler Leach. And on the outside of the front row out of Great Falls in the 9K, the Flying Worm, Corey Wormling. Riley Wolf in the 00, starting in 3rd. And on the outside, in the 16OZ at a Cascade, it is CR Eisenzimmer. Smokin' Joey Price starting 5th in the 5X. And on the outside in the 2C from Three Forks, the big unit, Jordan Tossie. And scheduled to start shotgun on the field in car number 60, that is John Price. John Price in car number 60. Making his way back out there on Independence Day. KJ Flooring Pace Truck sets the pace, and the field will set up behind it momentarily. One to go signal. Tyler Leach, fresh off of the World of Outlaws late model tour and back here in Montana to throw down with us here over the Independence Day weekend, is off of turn number 4. The green flag waves on Alliance for Youth Heat Race at number 2. Tyler Leach takes the lead into 1 and 2. Corey Wormling into the second spot. Riley Wolf, Jordan Tossie now making his way forward off of turn number 2. 3 wide for third. Eisenzimmer with a misstep on the outside. Jordan Tossie has already cut his starting position in half. 6 to third on the first lap for the 2C. Corey Wormling to the inside of Tyler Leach through 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway, side by side, 9K and 05. 2C not too far behind. Into turn number 3. Throw a blanket over the top 3 as Wormling has the nose out in front. Leach tries to battle back on the top of the racetrack, and he gets it. By 31 thousandths of a second, boy howdy, Tyler Leach with a monster run through 1 and 2 that time. Leach, Wormling, and Tossie going 3 wide off of turn number 4 for the top spot. Wormling in the middle had the nose out in front for a split second, but Leach is able to get those elbows up. Tossie with a big-time push. Corey Wormling with the nose out in front, down on the inside, down the back, shooting into turn number 3. Going to try and slide across the groove and take the lead off of turn number 4. The Flying Worm out in front. Little Leach in second. The big unit in third. Leach dipped his nose back down to the inside, couldn't make it happen. It's Wormling, Leach, Tossie, Wolf, Price, Eisenzimmer, and Price. Leach not going away into 1 and 2, tries to stay with Wormling. 0.3 of a second separating the top 2. Little out of shape. Now we're halfway home. 5 up, 5 down, 5 to go. Wormling, Leach, Tossie, Price, yellow. Yellow flag is out. So we've got debris on the racetrack, so that's what the caution is for. 6 laps down, 4 laps to go. So tonight, and of course this weekend with a unique format, usually the IMCA modifieds, you run off of a different format. Tonight we went off of a draw, and we're going to go off of passing points. So right now, my guess is with the big moves he's made, Jordan Tossey is going to be looking pretty good after heat races if he can continue to run where he's at. Maybe even get a spot or two as we're going to see the Delaware double file restart. Corey Wormling out in front, Tyler Leach, Jordan Tossey, Joey Price, Riley Wolf, C.R. Ison Zimmer, and John Price is how they run. So the top 6 after passing points in heat races will redraw here on the front straightaway. We'll throw out Frisbees and everything. Drivers will come out. And that's how we'll set up tonight's feature for the A-Mod division. Corey Wormling, 6 laps complete, 4 laps to go. Tyler Leach in second, Jordan Tossey in third. 4 to go, back at it. Good start for Tyler Leach. He dips his nose down there. Jordan Tossey has a whale of a run on the outside. And the 2C is going to go from 7-1, 6-1 for Jordan Tossey. Tossey off at turn number 4 with Wormling battling back, but Jordan Tossey from 6 to the lead in the 2C. Tossey now has the lead and is starting to lengthen it over Wormling. It's a half a second now. Tyler Leach in third. Joey Price still runs fourth. As through 1 and 2. Down the back straight away. The lead continuing to lengthen for the big unit. Into turn number 3. He will turn for the white flag for Jordan Tossey. Wormling, Leach, Price, Wolf, Ison Zimmer, and Price. Down the back straightaway and into turn number 3. The big unit, Jordan Tossey, wins heat race number 2. Wormling, Leach, Price, Wolf, Ison Zimmer, and Price. How about it, ladies and gentlemen? Three Forks, Montana as the big unit, Jordan Tossey. Trackside Truck LLC, the Plaza Bar and Casino, Willow Creek Speed and Shock Service, TWR Chassis and Fabrication, Centrans, Northwest Parts and Equipment, Three Forks Motor and Tire Supply, Starter Alternator Specialists, Billings Battery and Cable, and Doc J Designs. Those are all the backers of Jordan Tossey, winner of heat race number 2. KJ Flooring Pace Truck sets the pace. Final heat race of the fastest in the falls. Mike Pistolak and Aaron Amundsen from the front row. Devin Jadwin and Casey Kynette. Ty Clemens and Jim Cox is how they'll line up, so we'll have to keep an eye on 5th place starting Ty Clemens, 5-time feature winner and last night's feature winner here at Electric City Speedway. For Mike Pistolak and Aaron Amundsen, really with the passing points, the job is simple. You got to win, but the deeper you start, the more cars you got to pass to score more points. Jordan Tossie with the 6-1 run in the last heat race is going to be sitting pretty for the redraw later. And we'll keep an eye on Ty Clemens here in this final heat race. KJ Flooring Pace Truck exits stage left. Pistolak and Amundsen. Keep one eye on the battle for the lead and one eye on the dude charging through the field. Green flags in the air. Final heat race of the evening. Mike Pistolak rolls into the lead. Here comes Devin Jadwin and Amundsen. Amundsen sticking up on the top of the racetrack. Mike Pistolak and Aaron Amundsen dueling for the front off of turn number 4. Amundsen on the top. Pistolak on the inside. Give it to Amundsen by 61 thousandths of a second through 1 and 2. Amundsen able to assert himself and take that spot. Ty Clemens has passed one car thus far. As we keep an eye on his progress through 3 and 4. Got 10 laps to make something happen. 2 complete, 8 to go. This time Jadwin throws a nasty slide job on Clemens as they're going to split Pistolak off of turn number 2. Ty Clemens able to put that nose from 4th to 2nd off of 2. Ty Clemens 5-2 run in the 12 car right now. Mike Pistolak, Ty Clemens, Devin Jadwin now in 3rd. Jim Cox trying to move forward as well in the 24 CWS off of turn number 4. Cox is able to move past Pistolak and Kynette. He's moved up 2 spots thus far. Ty Clemens pulling up to the back bumper of Amundsen. He airs him up on the top of the racetrack off of turn number 4. Ty Clemens with a freight train run trying to take the lead, and he's got it. 52 one-thousandths of a second. The split, the whiz from 5-1. Clemens, Amundsen, Cox now to the inside of Jadwin through 3 and 4. The 24 CWS continuing to come forward. Contact. 4 to go here in heat race at number 3. Cox trying to keep coming forward in that 24 CWS. He's got a little bit of ground to make up, about 2 seconds to make up between himself and Aaron Amundsen. Ty Clemens starts to assert himself out in front in car number 12. About a second is the lead. Off of turn number 4, it's Clemens, Amundsen, Cox, Jadwin, Kynette, and Pistolak. 1.3 now is the split. Cox starting to make up some ground on Amundsen as the white flag is out. Cox is going to have to make it happen now. Ty Clemens through 1 and 2 with a 1.7 second advantage. Making it happen from the 5th starting spot off of turn number 4. Ty Clemens wins the final heat race of the evening. Aaron Amundsen in 2nd. Jim Cox in 3rd. Devin Jadwin holds on to 4th. Casey Kynette and Mike Pistolak. Ty Clemens in the Leah Concrete, Northwest Concrete Service, GDC Spooner, Plumber Joe, Donnie Olson Realty, Custom 2 Manufacturing. Number 12 wins the final heat race of the evening. Got some time now. Ladies and gentlemen, go ahead and hit up the 406 Vaulting Club to get in on the 50-50 raffle. Give them a couple minutes now as quarter midgets get ready to go down there. Record crowd on hand here tonight at Electric City Speedway, or at least nearing a record. We appreciate you all for coming out, and please stick around for the fireworks after tonight's final feature and Victory Lane festivities. So if you look down on the racetrack, you'll see the quarter midgets rolling around. On the front row, in the green and black, Wesley Clemens and Axel Lesser. Roscoe Galloway and Caden Van Eck. Right now, Roscoe Galloway leading the way as we've got two 15-lap races on tap for y'all here this evening. Roscoe Galloway continues to lead. Alex Lesser in the second spot in the white car. Then it's Wesley Clemens and Caden Van Eck. Galloway continues to lead as Van Eck makes a move on Clemens. Whoa, trouble. Van Eck spins it. So Van Eck is able to keep her going after getting pointed in the right direction. So right now it's Galloway, Lesser, Clemens, and Van Eck. Green flag back out. Galloway continues to lead. Lesser following Galloway. Galloway kind of widening out that entry into the corner, making it a big circle in that purple car. Now Lesser trying to put his nose down in there. Van Eck coming alive now in the yellow car. Makes a move into second. No problems for Roscoe Galloway right now in the purple car. The Great Falls Quarter Midget Club. Go ahead and if you're interested in getting involved in racing, these are the kids that are going to be racing out on the big track here soon enough. A lot of the drivers who are racing out on the big track now, including drivers like Ian Myers, Tyler Leach, a couple of the guys who got their start racing right down there at the quarter midget track. Roscoe Galloway takes the white flag. Jeremy Myers waves the checkered flag, and Roscoe Galloway wins it. Van Eck in second. Lesser and Clemens is how that'll run. We'll get 4 more cars out there, and we'll get that starting lineup here in just a moment. How about it for the quarter midgets? Offer still stands. If I see any good movers and shakers, get some dance moves going out there, I will throw out candy. I promise you that. Kaylee Van Eck, Porter Galloway, and Henry Clemens is how they start. Green flag is out, and Van Eck takes off with the lead. Henry Clemens in the second spot, and Porter Galloway in the third spot. Now Galloway and Clemens coming together. Clemens exits the racetrack. And the O flag comes out. So the current running order, it's Van Eck and Clemens and Porter Galloway. How they run right now out there on the quarter-midget track. So Henry Clemens now leads down there on the quarter-midget track. Clemens in the blue and orange. Caitlin Van Eck now runs second. Porter Galloway now trying to make the top work in the black car. Clemens starting to lengthen the lead there. Now Galloway chooses to run a different line, gets the door slammed. The gloves are off in this second race here. They're throwing haymakers at each other as Clemens leads it. Then it's Van Eck and Galloway. Porter Galloway starting to close up on Clemens. Galloway trying to make that top side work still. Henry Clemens is holding the bottom line. Whoa, Galloway a little out of shape. And Van Eck is able to take the second spot back. Now Van Eck to the inside of Clemens through the corner. They get together. Yellow flag coming out for Henry Clemens. I believe that was Chance Carlisle on the push-off there. Super stock driver here at Electric City Speedway. Henry Clemens takes off with the lead. White flag is out. Porter Galloway making the move for second. Van Eck back down to the inside. Henry Clemens wins the race. Caitlin Van Eck and Porter Galloway. We'll get those drivers over here to the front chute. Get to talk to them, and they'll get their awards, and you'll get to meet them.